We're here today with Serra McCabe to talk a little bit about the Ripley County Resource Ministry and some of the things going on with them. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us a little bit about the Ripley County Resource Ministries and how it all got started.
Ripley County Resource Ministries is a local nonprofit here in Doniphan. It started with Chastity Mathis and I, and just coming together realizing that there was a need in our community.
Yeah, exactly.
So what we do is we provide food, diapers, and wipes. We have a monthly distribution, and then we also help in emergency situations. We work with agencies, law enforcement, schools, different churches, so on and so forth. We started in 2020, so COVID hit, everything was shut down March 2020, and we started getting needs, messages of people needing things. And so we decided to come together and make something that was legal and that we could have funding come through and people could donate to.
Exactly. So how great is like the need or the demand in the area for this?
So on average, we serve between 200 to 250 families during our monthly distribution.
That's awesome.
And we run out usually every distribution, all the food is gone. And I would say on weekly, we probably receive 5 to 20 needs, just privately emergency needs through those agencies or law enforcement. So the need is great. Food insecurity is prevalent in our community, in our county, and that's why we wanted to come in and try to help people.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing worse than food insecurity, so I'm really glad you guys are kind of coming together to make pretty much get rid of that.
Yes.
I mean, it's really awesome.
Thank you.
So where do the supplies and where do the supplies and the funding, where does that stuff kind of come from for the monthly distributions?
So we order a food truck from SEMO Food Bank, which is out of the Sykeston area. It's $750 for a food truck, and that brings enough food for the 200 to 250 families.
Gotcha.
We purchase diapers from Diaper Bank of the Ozarks, that's out of Springfield. They work closely with the Catholic Charities, and they are it's all community funded through them,
awesome.
as well as we are. We do not get government funding. So you asked where the funding comes from. We receive community donations, churches. We have a church that partners with us every month. Individuals who just see what we're doing in the community and they want to help and partner with us, they'll just make a donation to the Ripley County Resource Ministries. But definitely we get all of the food from SEMO Food Bank and then all the diapers from the Diaper Bank of the Ozarks.
Gotcha. So if a family's interested in receiving one of the packages, who do they need to contact? Where do they need to go?
They will it's the third Tuesday of every month. It never changes. It's at West Point United Pentecostal Church. It's on the grounds out there, and it's at 2 o'clock. Anybody can come. It's open. It does not matter what class you're in. It does not matter. You can come and you can pick up for yourself, or you can forfeit a box for yourself and pick up for a neighbor or a friend. We welcome anybody out.
That's awesome. You recently kind of moved the ministry house to a new location. Was it because of the demand in the area? You just needed more space? What was the reason for that?
So that's a really neat story. We've been in a little house that was just donated to us to use, and so we housed everything in there. And all of our volunteers will let you know pretty quick that it was inconvenient because there are stairs, and it was just leveled kind of differently. But the opportunity came up for the warehouse that we're now in at 98 Courthouse Square here in Doniphan. It came up through Ben Craig, who knew that we needed more space. However, I told everybody that came in there for 2 years that I was being content with what God gave us. And God honored that, and he saw that we had a greater need. And so that warehouse opened, and we just moved into it 2 weekends ago, and it's wonderful. You can drive through, the volunteers can come through, and we can load everything up and unload, and it's wonderful.
That's super convenient too, I bet.
Yes, and it also opens up opportunity to receive more donations because we help with household items, clothing, shoes. It just gives us more space to house those things.
That's awesome, because I know from volunteering, some of those boxes are not light, so make it a whole lot easier to put in the cars.
Yes.
So what other services does the ministry house kind of help out with?
So we assist if anybody in the county were to have a house fire and lose everything. We would want to get them clothing, new undergarments, socks, hygiene items. We would want to get that to them while they're transitioning into a new place. We also assist, we host we're a part of a clothing drive, and so we're able to house some of the things there. That's one of our big things. Even within the schools, we're contacted by counselors who see students who are in need, and so that's a big thing to us. We provide hygiene items, hygiene packs, different things like that. We have some furniture. We have a lot of baby items. So just anytime an agency presents something to us, just for example, the Division of Family Services, if a caseworker contacts us and they have a client who's in need, and they have nothing, then we can step in and we can help. And because we're not government funded, we don't require all the information to just get somebody the assistance that they need in that moment.
And that's what's stopping a lot of people to ask, is because they don't want to go through all the loopholes. They don't want to have to worry about any of that. So this makes it a whole lot easier.
That's exactly right, yes.
Yeah. Obviously, you don't do all this on your own.
No.
Because that would be a lot of work.
Yes.
So is there a need for volunteers, and what can they do to help?
Well, we have an awesome team. I'm so thankful for our team, and we have a great group. It's the Donovan FFA. They come in, they have partnered with us. They have been with us from the beginning, since 2020, and they come in and they help us. However, we open it up to anybody who wants to volunteer. So there are different school groups that want to come in and earn service points, and they're able to volunteer. If anybody ever wanted to volunteer, they can contact myself, Serra McCabe, or Chastity Mathis via Facebook, or we can provide numbers later and they can contact us to come out and help.
You and the volunteers put a lot of time into the ministry. Has there been like a special moment where you realized how this is actually impacting somebody or a family?
There have been a lot of special moments, just witnessing people. Some people have cried just receiving a food box. We've had community volunteers, adults come out, and their outlook on food ministry has changed in that moment, because they did not realize the need. When you serve between 200 and 250 people in an hour and a half tops, your perspective changes. You realize that there's a need in the community, and we together can make that difference and help people.
I mean, it's just a great service that you guys offer, and I know on behalf of the community, we're all so thankful that you guys do that for us.
Thank you.
So thank you again for coming out and doing this interview with us.
Thank you.
We'll see you guys next time.